Okay, y'all. So SmackDown. I'm about to try to wrap my hair. I haven't done this in a while, so I don't wear my hair straight that often. So SmackDown was cool. It started off with Cena, right? What had me cracking up was Cena came out. As soon as he came out, they start singing, John Cena sucks. But that wasn't even a kicker for me, because that's been the ongoing thing in Europe. It was the guy in the front, right, that was booing the hell out of Cena in full John Cena gear. I'm like, now, pick a struggle, okay? Is you for him or is you not for him? You and your crew got all this John Cena clothes on, but you doing this. Like, what are we doing? Okay? I should have greased my scalp first. But let me grease my scalp first. But yeah, I was like, what are we doing? So Cena comes out basically and says that how he went viral for saying whatever to the little kid, and the little kid was like upset about all the stuff he said or whatever. And it even like WWE had put it up or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So then he was like, oh, y'all gonna be real mad. He's like, I even brought y'all what he said in 2005, the spinning title. And I was like, I remember that title, but that's when I low-key checked out of WWE. I wasn't checking for her. So I think I start back. I think I caught a glimpse of it again in 2006 for like a couple months, and then I stopped. And then I got back into it, like I said, real heavy, the end of 2008, 2009 to like 2011 to like 2011. Then after Edge retired, I had to retire. I stopped. So, like, all the stuff that happened, some of the stuff that kind of happened in between that, I don't remember. I should have brought a hair bow, because I'm gonna pin my hair while greasing my scalp. Anyways, yeah, so he's like, I brought y'all wasn't appreciative of that. And he said, when I go home, I'm gonna have the title with me, the real title. Y'all gonna have just the fake titles and stuff like that. Like, y'all not appreciative of stuff like that. And he was like, y'all gonna go home crying. And all this other stuff. All the stuff he was saying. But what also caught me at the beginning is when he came out. And as soon as he came out, they start booing. And they start singing John Cena sucks. I was like, he is getting a kick out of, I said, he trying to keep a straight face so bad. He want to laugh so bad. I was like, that's still face heat. I said, you can see the smirk underneath. Like, he want to laugh so bad. I was like, but he can't, because he got to keep this facade up, right? I said, then he going to put his towel. He showed his towel, the little kid beside had the little Cody Rhodes thing. He put the towel, I think, up beside, looked at it, and then put his towel up. And I was like, he probably still #1 in sales and merch. I said, that's the funny part. Like, people gonna buy this gear because not only is he turning heel, right, which he has never done, or he tried to do a while ago and it didn't work, or something, whatever the case may be, but it's his last time. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah. And so then Cody comes out. Cody's face is cleared up, thank God. As soon as I logged on Twitter today, I saw his wife and his daughter. It was a cute picture. She was like, she had posted a picture, said mommy daughter date, Miss and Papa. I was like, oh, this picture is cute. And I was like, I'm so glad his face cleared up. Okay. And I was so glad. And then I was like, you know, Cody's doing his Cody stuff, talking about this not your title, you're not taking it. John walks away. Then he was like, come on, get it. First of all, in the middle of the conversation, Cody, I can't even remember if he had on the suit with the vest, but I remember he had a dress shirt on, and it was unbuttoned all the way down to here. And I was like, not him got the shirt unbuttoned like he a R&B singer out here. Like what is we doing? I was like, because people always call him Cody, Raheem Rhodes. And I was like, that is definitely a Raheem movement, okay? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not you out here with the shirt unbuttoned. So, and then the other part of me thought of 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. So the only 2 sports podcasts I really watch is 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, a nightcap, and the one, not the latest one, the one before that had D Wade on there with Kazim. He was talking about it, and cause Melo, he was like, yeah, we cool, all the people at WWE, and they were showing an old picture of like Melo and Cena and stuff like that, and he was like, I'm trying to figure out. They went on the whole thing like, why he hit him like that, like why Travis hit that man like that and stuff like that. He said, and you know, they was like, if I could and I was in WWE, I'd have called a timeout. I was like, not a timeout. All I could think about was Jimmy when he called timeout, and I was like, not calling a timeout. And he was like, they was talking about it, and I was like, oh, it's big, because at first they was talking about it on Joe Budden's podcast. And I saw a snippet of that. I said, but then, you know, Nightcap, Shannon Sharp kind of count. It don't count because I'm like, he's been a wrestling fan. He said since the 60s, which was the year to like his birth years, his prime years. So he's been a wrestling fan since forever. Him and Stephen A. But like for it to be on like the Pivot, and even though they're like sponsored by Fanatics, so that makes sense. But like to be on the Pivot and then to be on stuff like People Magazine. Like when they had People Magazine show a video on YouTube of like Liv's house a couple months ago, or for it to be like on 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. Like I would never think in the middle. Now I know Homeboy writes for WWE or used to write for WWE or whatever the case may be, but I ain't never think that was going to be a topic of discussion. Like, okay. And then for it to be on Watch Mojo, which I watch when they be like, we have the hottest such and such. Hottest clips, like even more so now. Like recently it was like the 20 most shocking comebacks, and then the best theme songs and the shocking heel turns like that. So whoever is on watchmojo.com on YouTube has one of their people, a couple of their people have been wrestling fans, because some of the countdowns have been wrestling stuff. And I'm like, this is all the stuff I watch. Okay. And I was like, I don't know. I'm like, it seemed like that just seemed weird. Because I'm like, they don't come on React channel no more. React don't really do. They do reacts to stuff, but I was like, that's how I found out who like tricking them were for TNA. I mean, not TNA, sorry, NXT. Because I was watching React channel real heavy then. I still watch it because I was watching it the other night. But I was like, when they had WWE or NXT Superstars, I was like, who are these people? And saw like JC Jane and Wesley and all the people, Trick and, you know, so Tony and Stacks and all that. But I was like, y'all done made it. I was like, y'all got Carmelo and them talking about it and all the things. But he called him back. He left the ring. They put the stuff down, and then he came back to the ring. Then he left the ring. And I said, now, you know daggone well, John Cena. I mean, you know daggone well, Cody, that John is not coming out to fight until WrestleMania. I said, that man is shooting a movie. He can't be injured while he trying to shoot a movie. Okay? So then they announced that later on, right, that they're going to be on SmackDown on Friday. Both of them. First of all, it's no need for Cody to be on Raw, period. He's not the champion for Raw. Gunther is. You know what I'm saying? So, he probably missed being on Raw. I don't know. I mean, if we doing Saturday night events once every 3 months or a couple months, and we not doing no more house shows, for me, I'd rather be on SmackDown. Because if I'm a part of Saturday night event, I'm already out. I could just go to the next city and then be off, for the whole week, instead of me either trying to go home for a day and then going to Saturday main event or going straight there. You know what I'm saying? And then gotta go straight to Raw. Like, so I'm just saying. But I was like, when they said they had announced that he was coming on SmackDown, I was like, no shade. But I was like, if The Rock don't come out, okay, or if Cody or Cena don't hit each other at least one time, we don't need for them to come back out and have this dialogue and monologue. Like, we done had about 3-4 dialogues and monologues. We don't need no more. Okay? Like, we good. We good. We know the match gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? It's the old face versus one of the new faces. It's the passing of the torch. So, I forgot to mention on my Raw video that Seth had came out and was talking about, I think he had talked and was like, them two gonna be on SmackDown. I'm gonna be on them two gonna be, was it Smack? Was it? He said them two gonna be on Raw or something like that. I'm gonna be on Raw or something like that. Was that this week? And when he said he ain't blame he ain't blame Roman because he did the same thing. He just mad for other reasons. He was like, cause he ain't, he don't know what type of person Punk is and this, that, and the third. I think that's what Cena said on Monday. I'm getting my days mixed up. But so then after that, I was like, it don't need to be no more. Like, we got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know it's gonna be good. Show us something else. Y'all ain't got a taxing like last time, like Homeboy did, like Rock did last year in Chicago, and it was freezing. They was in the rain. Like, we ain't gotta go that far. Y'all already did it with the titles. But I'm like, can we get something else? Can Cody make a phone call? And it's also how you know that wrestling is every man for himself at the end of the day. Because people always talking about, well, where all his friends at? Where all his allies at? And I'm like, well, Randy got the situation with KO. You know what I'm saying? He could help, but he can't help too much if he got a match, because that's gonna mess up the health for his match. Then I'm like, Jay got Gunther. And was like, and Sammy is out. And who else is Cody cool with? Cody didn't got kind of, I don't know what the situation is with him and Punk. I mean, with him and Punk was honest, was like, I'm not trying to help you win. I'm trying to get the title. And Seth, I don't know if he fooling with Cody right now, because he was like, basically like, you basically help the person I help you get the title from. You know what I'm saying? So, had to rub the end. So, I was like, even if he had allies, like, who else would be left? So he is by himself. Because I'm like, everybody in Mania is by themselves. Because if that was the case, Cody would have came out and helped Jay when Gunther was attacking him. Like, the only people that said that they got his back if he needed help was Alpha Academy. So I was like, okay. So then it ended up, they showed Jay. So I was like, and he was like, Jay got a match with A-Town Down Under, which I forgot. And then he's like, who's going to team up with him? So they played his song. Soon as his thing came up, they showed the aerial view. The crowd goes crazy. Okay? So they like, who's going to be his thing? And then when they get to one part of the song, it's just me. Ooh, Jimmy comes behind. I go, Jimmy! I'm like, okay. Like, and he's like, oh, it's Jimmy. I said, the way I popped. Jimmy is my guy. Okay? Like, my son loves Jay Uso down. But Jimmy is my guy. And like they're both cool, but it be the promos with Jimmy for me. Okay, it's the charisma. It's like they're both great and different. Cause Jimmy on the mic, he could be funny, charisma. He could be serious. Not so much, but it's like charismatic, and then he gonna be down to ride for you, help you out in the ring or ringside. But he's also more so like the moral compass. Like at the beginning of the Bloodline story, he was trying to tell Jay when he was deep in it, like, look, you ain't got to do this, that, or third. He only joined because he was looking out for his little brother. You know what I'm saying? He told him that last year, this time in Raw, because I watched it. I saw it live. He's like, you don't get it. I'm your big brother. And he was like, you went on to win a tag team championship without me. I was like, oh, you real mad. And then Jay gives you the grit a little bit. And he doesn't say too much on promos, but when it's time to drag out the emotion, especially like him being mad or him being sad or something, he got that. He got that down. You hear me? He got that down. Okay? So when they showed up, and then then they went away. 8 Town Down Under came on. I was kind of sad because I was like, I want to see when them two come in. Like, them two are hilarious. So I think it started with Jay and Grayson. It started with Jay and Grayson. Ended up being each person kept tapping each other. At one point in time, I think Jimmy had new gear because the gear was the same, but the colors was different. The colors was given. Where were they at? I don't know what Glasgow's colors are. I know when they showed Raw, it had like red, white, and blue in the back. But I was like, my brain went to Detroit Pistons because that's their colors. Even though it's the same colors as the U.S. I don't know. My brain automatically went to basketball because I was thinking about March Madness. And then Jay had his gear and stuff. And at one point, I think, So then I was excited because Pat, my brain is thinking. I heard Pat, so I was like, oh, Pat's commentating. This is going to be funny. So then when Jimmy came out with Jay, Pat stood up and started eating. And I said, my man's got on a kilt. And not the point that he got on the kilt. I said, not you on the table with the kilt. And I said, if something go wrong, and you ain't got nothing under that kilt, that's going to be circling forever. Okay? People still cycle out the clip when Ric Flair pants is split. Okay? And that was about 20 years ago. That thing, if something was to happen with Pat and that kilt, that definitely is going viral. Okay? And social media wasn't even around like that then. It had just like Facebook had just started 2 years prior to. Like the only thing that was really popping was like MySpace. If you wasn't in military or or college in 2006, you could not get Facebook. Okay? I think they had just added high school. You could not get Facebook. So, Instagram wasn't out yet. Twitter was out, which I didn't know about because I ain't joined until 2009. Twitter was out, but it wasn't known like that. And then, so it was just MySpace and Facebook. But imagine if that happened like now. You know what I'm saying? With everything out. So they start doing that or whatever. And then the match started going. I think Jay ended up getting hit by the ring. And when they came back and Theory was going, yeet, because Jimmy was on the ground. And then at one point, they did like a pop-up Samoan drop. And then, I'm trying to think. Jimmy had went on the top, I think, to do a splash. After he smacked the hell out of, was it Theory? I think he smacked the hell, was it Theory he smacked the hell out of? Or Grayson. I know during the match, Theory was red from here up. Like full-blown red. And he smacked the hell out of, and I think, I think Jimmy went over the rope and hit. My brain is trying to think. I'm trying to recap it. He hit one of them over like on the announcement table. I want to say, I think it was Grayson, and then I think with Theory had hit him so hard his gum had spit out his mouth, and I said, God dang! Then he hit his head, and I said, I definitely heard that. Okay, then after the Samoan jump, Jay had hit somebody with a spear. And then they did the 1D. And then, the Usos won the match. And I was so elated because I was like, it's giving nostalgia. Like, it's good that they're doing their separate thing. But I love the fact that they still got each other's back. That they still got it. Like, it's back. They back like they never left. To me, still though, personally, I still think the Party Girls, Katana and Kaden got it. Okay? And they're twins. Usos are twins. Okay? Fraternal. 2 eggs, Us. 2 eggs. All I can think about is a New Day podcast. Oh, God. I go back and watch that like once a year. That thing is hilarious. Once or twice a year. Don't everybody come from the same womb? But, to me, Katana and Kaden are like it because the Usos are, of course, they know what each other thinking. They're twins. You know what I'm saying? Fraternal or identical don't matter. They're twins. They've been together around each other most of their lives. And even though they probably don't even live in the same city or anything anymore, they probably still check up on each other, stuff like that, whatever. But like they operate like one person, Siamese twins. Like they are so insane. I don't even know if what the protocol is for them working out or practicing together. You know what I'm saying? But when they're in the ring, I'm like, I have yet to see a tag team like that. And I was alive during the TLC era. Like I have yet to see two people so in sync like that aren't related, even if they are related. Now I've never seen that before. Like to me, it's crazy. And the trip part is they're great as individuals because when they was wrestling for the qualifying for the IC championship, I was like, oh, okay. Like Katana went first, then Kaden went, and I was like, Katana is going off. You hear me? Like. They was eating it up, but I was glad the Usos had won. So then Ray was in the back with Dragon Lee and Adam Pearce. Chad Gable gonna come up talking about something. He can't wrestle Ray tonight because he got a doctor's note. He's sick. Showed a note to Adam. Adam talking about it's legit. What's the name talking about? He talking about something, but I heard that El Grande Americano could wrestle Dragon Lee. So, Ray called him a jackass. I was like, what? He called him that. And he was like, you mean to tell me you can't wrestle something. So Dragon was like, I don't care. He was like, I wrestle. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like you, whoever. So then they walk off. And he was like, you just gonna let him talk to me like that? And then Adam said, I thought you was sick or something like that. And then he starts to coughing. I'm like, come on. So then they have Raquel versus Lyra for the women's IC championship. And she does real well, you know. Liv is on the side talking her trash and then trying to help. Lyra almost pinned. First, Raquel was dominating it because she was spinning her around and stuff like that, smashing her face in. Lyra couldn't keep up. And then Lyra got back, pinned her. Liv went over there, lifted her leg up. Jessica didn't see it. Yeah, because Jessica's on Monday now, I had to think. Jessica didn't see it. And then I think she tried to help again. Liv tried to help again, and Lyra had knocked her out the ring. And Liv had heels this high. I was like, I didn't even know she had heels on. Okay, I thought they were thigh high flat boots or whatever. So then, Raquel kept trying to get her. Raquel kept trying to get her. She kept reversing it. The sell on the last one before she pinned her was kind of slow, but she ended up reversing it, holding on. Jessica counted, and Lyra ended up keeping her title. So then Raquel gets pissed off because it was like nobody's held 2 titles since, what was it, 2018? Well, Asuka was a tag champion and I think a Raw Women's champion. So she gets pissed off. She starts attacking. Lyra starts attacking. So then they hear Bayley's music. Raquel kind of gets scared. Liv looks up and be like, all right, and still attacks her. Bayley comes and helps. And then I think they get her. What I love about Bayley, though, first of all, Bayley looks phenomenal. Body is bodying, okay? Second of all, her hair looks more purple, so her roots must have got done recently. But I love when she was running down the ring and people was holding their hand out, and she still had time to, like, you know, slap people's hands while she was running down the ring. And I was like, I think she was the first person or the only person that night to do that. And I was like, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, she still acknowledges the fans and stuff like that. Then she helps her, and she helps Lyra hold up her thing, and then, you know, they smile and like she joking, they go off because I think them two are supposed to compete next. But I'm like, part of me was like, it better not be. Now, I was skeptical about Lyra getting this championship, but I was like, I know daggone well Raquel might not get this championship. I'd have been pissed, okay? And then I was excited for her because I was like, oh, she got new gear. Because you know she was wearing that black one that was like a tribute to Victoria for a while. And I was like, good for her. She got, even if it's old gear that she hasn't worn in a while, I was just glad she had something different. One of my favorite parts about Crazy and Cool being a tag team, Crazy is Liv, Cool is Raquel, is the matching gear that they had. Like, I love the mixed match. I hope they bring some of that old gear back. Because I like it. And I know they still got it. Okay? Like, outside of... I would say my favorite gears for tag team for the women were... I kind of like the Italian team, but they weren't champions. I would say would be, of course, Naomi and Bianca would be first. Establish the glow is what I call them. People call it the glowist. And then Crazy and Cool will be second. Okay. And then who would be third? I'm trying to think. I think Chelsea DeVille would be third because her gear with Sonya's was cute. And then it would probably be the Stormiest duo with Jade and Bianca. Would be, because I'm like, did Asuka and Kari have matching gear? And I can't remember if they did or not. I think they wore their own thing. It just came out as whatever. But so then Jimmy was on the thing. Jay was on the steps. This is why I say Jay needs to go to Tyler Perry Studios in Atlanta ASAP. Jay's on there. How he can make himself cry is amazing to me. It's actors that get paid $20 million a movie that can't cry on cue. Okay? Zac Efron said, what was I watching? I was watching something on Netflix. He said the main he got hired for like some of his jobs is because he could cry on cue. And I was like, shh. So when Jay was talking, Jimmy was talking to him, and he was like, people doubting you, this, that, and the third. Jay over the crowd said, is this nigga crying? And I was like, oh, he did make you so cry. I was like, I ain't seen that since the Usos was part of the bloodline with Sammy. Like, and I was like, the emotion. I used to be like, get this man in me. Okay. But Jimmy was talking to me. He was like, I can see you got in your head this, that, and third. He was like, yeah, because everybody telling me, like, you hearing his voice. So then Jimmy goes, you can't be him. And Jay gets the attitude and walks off. Okay. Communication is what we be talking about. Because I'm like, he didn't even get to finish what he was saying. You pissed. Like, let him bring it around. He was like, you can't beat him like that. He was like, you got to be right-hand man, Jay. He was like, you got to be main event. When you first came main event, Jay, like, you got to be that Jay to beat him. And the crowd started going, I said, okay, Jimmy. I said, you better hype up your little brother. Okay? Like, and he was saying all the stuff, hyping him up. Then he walks around the corner. So I think Jay goes up the steps. He sees Gunther. You know, Gunther was talking that trash last time. And Gunther came to Jimmy and said something. Jimmy had said something back. So then Gunther went to Jay. And then Jay was about to fight Gunther over Jimmy. So now Jimmy pissed because after the match with the Usos and them, that's what happened. Gunther had attacked Jimmy first. Then he went after Jay. And Jay was going to spear him and slip. And he was like, you over here spearing and this, that, and the third. And Jay said he 3-0 against Gunther, 0-3 and stuff like that. And he went over there and was like, look, Jimmy was like, you and me next week. Okay? I don't know if it's next week or Friday, but either way. So Gunther, I think, said something. Jimmy smacked the fire out of his ass. I said, not like smacked him. I think his face turned red right there. He spit. You can see the spit. And I said, oh no. Then he walked away. Gunther started smiling. And I said, that smile Gunther gave, that ain't good for nobody next week, okay? That's just like that smile Roman had gave before he went in that cage and threw Punk. Like, when you see, I tell y'all, when y'all see somebody smile like that, run, okay? The people that smile before altercation, or the person that skips over to the fight, they ain't got nothing to lose, okay? Run like hell. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200. Run. So I was like, ooh, okay, this gonna be interesting. Me, I like Jay. But I think they gonna Cody him, which means they probably not gonna have him win WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? Cause Gunther lost last year's WrestleMania against Sammy. I think they're gonna do a Cody on him. They not gonna let him win WrestleMania. But I think that Backlash or SummerSlam they will. Like if he gets another rematch and be like, I was told I can get a rematch. And after the Gunther situation, they move on to different stuff. And he waits until the last minute. He builds up his confidence and stuff by wrestling other people or whatever. And then he comes back to Gunther and wins the championship either in St. Louis and Backlash or whatever the hell. Where the hell was SummerSlam at? Is it in Indiana? I forgot where the hell they said it was at this year. Because they had announced, I think, SummerSlam before they had announced WrestleMania. Is it Minneapolis? It's somewhere. I think up there on the Midwest or something, if I'm not mistaken. But that's my person. Now, I want to be wrong. And I want him to win and the crowd go crazy. Because for me, because he won the Royal Rumble, they should main event night 2. And Cody and them should do night 1. But because who the hell is that? But because Cody and Cena have so much legacy with WWE, and it's so much so many layers to it. They probably gonna give them night 2. But honestly, I think whoever, whether they're just starting out or major star, whoever wins Royal Rumble should get the main event that night. Like I said, because the person that wins the Elimination Chamber gets the leftover champion. Not leftover, but you know the other one. So me personally, I think, but I know 9 times out of 10, they're going to have Cody be the main event. For one, because he's going against Cena, and then 2, he's been a champion longer. So, yeah. So then we have Adam come out and he talk about the contract. So then he talk about the contract. In the middle of him talking about the contract, EO come out. So I'm like, oh, my song. Y'all know my song. Oh, yeah. SummerSlam's coming to Jersey. Because it's at the Jet/Giant Stadium. I forgot MetLife. I was about to say, where? I knew it was somewhere. Because it'll be warm enough. Like I had said, I was like, it needs to be somewhere in the north where it's warm. And the WrestleManias always need to be in the south. Now, unless it's a place that has a dome, because it'd be too cold. Like, y'all tried it with Philly. Tried it like hell. If it ain't like Indianapolis that got a dome, don't have it in the north. But, yeah, so her music come out. So she come out. She's cute, look cute with the jean outfit on. And she come out and talking about, oh, she gonna win, she don't care. She gonna wrestle, she the champion. So then in the middle of her talking, Bianca come out, I'm on my own. So that's my other song. I'm over here. Oh, back to back. So it come on, I'm dancing. She look phenomenal. I'm like, okay, Bianca, okay, you better look like a superhero that's in an R&B group, okay? Like she was giving Wonder Woman. At the same time, she looked like she could dance back up for Beyonce, okay? I was like, she looks, okay, you look great. So then them two talking trash, and then she had said something about Rhea, and they cut off Adam again. Adam over here stressed out, like the man if he have any more hair, y'all gonna pull the hair out, stress the man out of the hair he got. So then when they mention Rhea comes out, talking about she don't care what happens. If it wasn't for Bianca, something, she'd be champion. So then Adam was done with all of them. He's like, enough. Because both of the girls had mushed EO again. I said, I'm going to let y'all know this right now. Okay? And Bianca, my girl. Y'all going to stop mushing EO like that, okay? She about to go off. Adam had broken up. He was like, I was trying to tell y'all that next week, Rhea gets her rematch. And then whoever wins gets to face Bianca at the WrestleMania. So then he leaves. So them 3 had a little thing. Try to give us all a little taste of what would happen. I was like, we know it's going to be a triple threat match regardless. We know it's going to be a triple threat match. So later on, after that, she comes out and she was like, first New Day comes to him. And he was like, Kofi's like, we one of the best tag teams in here. We need to be having a title shot against War Raiders. So Adam was like, what you should have said was, can we have a contender match to be a title shot? We the best tag team. And he was like, I'm stressed out of that. So Kofi looking like this. Woods looked confused. And Woods was like, did you take your blood pressure medicine? He said, you need to take your blood pressure medicine. And I was like, I will after I get something to drink. I said, not you on blood pressure medicine and you over here stressed out every week. Y'all need to stop stressing this man out. He already on blood pressure medicine. Whether that's whether it's kayfabe lines or if it's real life. Stop stressing that man out, okay? Stop stressing him out. So then, after that, Bianca comes out. I was like, I'm trying to figure out who I'm about to wrestle for WrestleMania. So she was like, you after them two fight, you gonna know. So he was like, you gonna be a referee. And I said, oh, nice little twist. And he said, what he said? He had said, she said, I don't know how to referee. She said, you better figure it out. You better figure it out. Okay? But you say you got 1 week. So then it ended up being Dragon League, which my other song, I'm running through the flame. Da, 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 da. All them songs is bops. Okay? All them songs is bops. Io, Bianca, Dragon, Solo, and I think I said all of them. It's a fifth one that I danced to. Oh, Grayson. All of them songs, every time they come on, I'm over here, you know. So he come out, and then you got El Grande Americano, which the songs sound like something out of a Disney park. Because when they showed the background, I said, what the hell is this? I was like, Ray, what the hell is this? And I said, you know the person ain't no real Mexican, because who Mexicans gonna call it the Gulf of America? I was like, I said, no, that person ain't no daggone Mexican. I said, I wish I would call the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America, and I'm Mexican. Like, no. No, okay? So, when he came out, I said, that man is Chad, and that's what a coach said. He said, that is Chad. Pat, I'm like, you don't know. He's talking about, yes, he is. He said he come out same build, same gear, didn't come out and do this. And I said, did he just say a thank you? Because that's what my son used to do all the time. He was in love with Alpha Academy. Okay? A thank you. He come out and do that. And then instead of saying thank you, he said, gracias. I said, we know what that means in English. So Coach said, you know, Chad used to do a thank you. He said, this didn't do good. He said, and the Quack say, people could pick up from other stuff from other people. And I'm like, okay. I said, Alicia said he 202 pounds. That's the same amount of weight that Chad is. Like, when y'all gonna stop playing with us? Okay. Then at one point during the match, Cole was like, something suplex by Chad. He was like, I meant Americano. I said, Cole even getting mixed up. I'll tell you one thing though. That suplex that he did to Dragon on the ground, that thing was loud. I said, you could hear that, okay? Then he reversed, then Dragon had did a I think a hurricane on him or whatever. And he did a hurricane. Where's my phone? Oh. He did a hurricane on him. And then at one point in time, when Dragon's about to go up and do something, Americano or Chad had took off Dragon's mask, and Dragon had to cover his face, and then he did the ankle lock. And Cole was like, that's definitely Chad. He was like, who you know besides him and Kurt Angle that do the ankle lock? And I was like, well, you know, American made, because I think Ivy had did it one time against I think tried to do it against Dakota. And then I want to say Julius might have did it. One of them, Julius or Brutus, might have did it. I was like, yeah, that's definitely. I was like, I don't know who that man. Okay, like I don't know who he think he fooling. I don't know who you trying to fool. Okay, so what happened after that? So CM Punk comes out. So I forgot to mention about them on Friday. So CM Punk come out after Roman had come out. So Seth comes out. Seth come out. I said, Troy, you got him looking demure and stuff for the blue brand. Because you know he had on blue with SmackDown. CM Punk come out. See, Seth had came out and told Roman, was like, it's always been you and me. I know it ain't really about Punk, it's about you and I. And he was like, but had you had let me finish him, you know what I'm saying? He'd be finished. He was like, you don't know what kind of person Punk is, right? I got to mention this on my SmackDown video. And then, so then he said all that. Punk come out. Punk said, look, listen, Big Chief and Grimace. I was like, not Big Chief and Grimace. I'm over here crying, okay? Like, not, So, he say all that, and he said something. He's like, and Paul, you still owe me a favor. And he's like, by the way, and when he says that, Roman makes a face like, you know that face when he like sucks his teeth. So then after that, he does face, and then he said, thank you for delivering your tribal chief to me on a platter. And I said, oh, he playing mind games. Because as soon as he said that, Roman looked dead at Paul, and then Punk attacked him. So then at one point in time, this is what I mean when I say I didn't buy Tiffany and Charlotte thing because it wasn't the right people outside the ring to make me believe it. I was like, it was a couple of security in her. I was like, when the manager come out or somebody like Legend, aka Shawn Helms, or Triple H come out, like the whole thing with KO and Randy the first time, like Triple H that came out, that's what makes me more believe it more, because I'm like, oh, we got niggas that used to wrestle that's retired that's coming out. So when they had fought, Legend had came out, Nick had came out, Ref Bay, aka Daphne or Ava, whatever you call her, whatever name y'all call her, because I think her WWE name is Daphne, but I think her name on Twitter is Ava. I don't know. But she was out there and another ref was out there on top of the security. So I'm like, oh, okay. Like my brain was like, oh, they getting down. Even though it could have been the same type of fight with the different type of security. And I'm like, like, you know, brain. But after that, Punk had jumped on the thing, pointed to WrestleMania. So then after that, Seth had came to the end and was like, I want to beat both of y'all at WrestleMania. He said, you, WrestleMania. So then Roman take the chair, hit Punk, go over there, hit Seth. Then he points at the WrestleMania sign, and I said, this how you also know it's popping? Seth man bun that came out, he said, I was like, every time that bun come loose, I was like, he mean business. Just like when Woods fight wrestle, and he had the little like band or hair thing and his hair out, and when that come loose, his hair be out, I was like, oh, he mean business. I was like, oh, he about to win this match. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I be like, oh, okay. So when he came out, he basically reiterated what he said. And then he was like, let's keep it a buck at the end of this. And he was like, I see that y'all, he said, I see we got a match, triple threat match. He was like, I'm in WrestleMania. He was like, that's not what I was going for. I was going to try to win the, Elimination Chamber or something like that, or in Royal Rumble, but that didn't happen. So then he said, like, let's keep it a buck. He said, neither one of y'all would be popping if it wasn't for me. And then I think Cole said, yeah, he said he did, like premiere them or debut them or something like that when they was part of the Shield. And then my brain went, I haven't watched AEW in a while. I don't know how popping John Moxley is now or Dean Ambrose. But I was like, when I was watching it a couple years, like 2 years ago, I was like, when they had put like the top 3 wrestlers of the year and the top 3 was the Shield members, and I was like, that is 1000% accurate. I think they had Roman 1, 2 was Moxley, and 3 was Seth. I was like, that's 1000% accurate. I was like, now I would say on WWE, them 2 are still at the top of their fields. I don't know about John. I haven't watched AEW, but I'm like, the impact that the three of them have is crazy. It's crazy. Also, Dean Ambrose on WWE was hilarious as hell in his segments. I don't know why y'all let him go. Y'all let him not resign a contract, but I'm glad he's doing good over there. Yeah, so he says all that. And then I think they all supposed to be, oh yeah, because he said neither one of y'all here. He was like, y'all can get on y'all jets, whatever. He was like, I guess that he'll see them on Friday. But I'm like, y'all don't need to see each other on Friday. Because every time y'all see each other, y'all be wanting to fight. Somebody gonna have a black eye or a broken arm before WrestleMania happen. Okay? Them three is one of them feuds you don't need too much. Because you know it's gonna hit regardless. Just like the EO, Bianca, and Rhea one. I'm glad they getting the shine they are getting. You know what I'm saying? But them two triple threats, you don't need too much. Because as soon as he said Bianca's going to be the ref, I said it's still going to be a triple threat. I said, because something's going to happen. And she could be counting right down the middle, right? And I was like, something's going to happen where one's going to get mad at the other. If EO ends up retaining, Rhea's still going to be mad. She's going to attack Bianca, or Bianca going to get knocked out. She's going to say something happened, or EO, vice versa. It's still going to end up being a triple threat match. So I'm like, them two matches right there, and the fatal 5-way for the tag teams for SmackDown. Them three matches right there, you don't need too much. Okay? Even if like Chelsea fights Michin or B-Fab or Zelina, don't need too much. They got history. They had history all year. Okay? On and off. You don't need too much for stuff like that. You don't really need too much with Naomi and Jade. The ones you really need, like more meat on the bone, are the ones that just randomly came together, like Charlotte and Tiffany. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, trying to think. Because that's the only one I could think of. For real. Because I'm like, Bron Breaker, whether it be Penta, Finn, or whomever else. Sheamus again, Ludwig again, whatever. He had history with all of them. You know what I'm saying? IC title, Raquel, Ivy, Dakota, Bailey. She's had history with all these girls. So you don't really need, you know what I'm saying, too much for that. Randy and KO have a history. War Raiders with the New Day. Ivar and Kofi have history. He helped train Kofi. You know, for those that know. For those that don't know, they might need a little bit more meat on the bone. But like, for certain matches, all the other matches, you really don't need too much. Like, even the Gunther and the Damian and Drew thing. The Gunther and Jay situation. Even if LA Knight fights Bron or Shinsuke or Carmelo or Santos, he got history with all of them. Like, it's really just a Charlotte and Tiffany one. But every year, I feel like one woman's match on one side gets like a lot of shine when it comes to the title, and then the other match on the other side, it just be like, eh. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of expected. So then Logan Paul did like a video thing where he had called out AJ Styles. He had said something about AJ Styles' hair, and I was cracking up. And I forgot what the hell he said. He called his hair the soccer mom haircut. I was crying. And he was like, you did what you did, and what's the name? Logan's supposed to be on SmackDown. No, he's on the Raw brand, right? Logan will be at Raw. I think they're going to be in England next Monday. And then also when Bianca came out, it was like, this is second or third city where they booed her. I don't know if they booed her because they like Io and Rhea better, and they see her as the heel in this situation. Because I'm like, prior to when she's been to the European countries before, I don't think they boo her. That's what I want to believe. Because I'm like, they didn't boo, but I'm like, if it's a racist thing, that's terrible. But I would rather. I feel like it's more the first one, because I'm like, they didn't boo her husband and Dawkins. They didn't boo Penta. They was actually cheering for him. They didn't boo the Usos. They booed Raquel because she's a heel. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It just different because she's a woman of color that they're booing, and it's already hard enough for women, and then on top of that, to be of color is different. So then it ended up being Penta versus Bron, and it was a good match. They both countered a lot of each other's moves. Bron had did something to Penta on the daggone announcement table. Penta done hurt. Said Bron had hurt his hip. So then in the middle of the match, Dominic and Carlito come out, and I'm like, why the hell they out here? Like, you asked him to be part of Judgment Day. He didn't give you a yes or a no. Talking about it's a guaranteed win if you be a part of the Judgment Day. So I was like, where the hell is Finn at? Like, we ain't see him all show, okay? And y'all making decisions. He already told y'all he don't want no extra person. And I'm like, I feel like that's disrespectful as hell, because y'all done put JD through the ringer before he became part of Judgment Day, and y'all just automatically adding people now. Like, what is we doing? Okay? So I'm like, where the hell? And we ain't seen him on a while. I said, he gonna be pissed. He come back and he found out y'all try to recruit somebody else, especially the person that has the IC title shot after him. And he told y'all that last week. He told y'all, but y'all want to listen. So y'all come out here and try to help him, right? And then when you try to help him, it ends up backfiring, because he got both of y'all. So then y'all come and attack him in the ring, which makes it he wins by DQ. Okay? And if I was Penta, I'd be pissed off. Because the match was good and it was pretty even. So we honestly didn't know who was going to win this match up until y'all got mad and decided to help out. So then, in the middle of that, randomly here comes Finn with a chair and hits Bron in the back with a chair. And I'm like, where the hell he come from? Okay? Comes hit him in the back with the chair. He's pissed. He tells Dominic and them to get him or whatever. They attacking him. And this, that, and the third come out. So then they give it to Penta like, yo, Dominic's like, are you in or you out? Basically. He gives him the thing. Penta holds it. I thought he was going to pull a Sammy. He basically pulled a Sammy because he threw it to Dom and super kicked him. And they started attacking Penta. And then Finn got up and hit Bron in the back with a chair again. And then coup de grace Penta. And I said, Judgment Day love to start up trouble. Okay? I said, if I was the three of them, y'all gonna be in for it when they get up. When they get better. With Bron Breaker's speed and Penta's skill set. Y'all better run like hell. Watch y'all back everywhere y'all go next week. Okay? I'd be like this. I wouldn't care if we wasn't in K-Fab and we was in catering. I'd be still like this. Like, what? Are we in character or not? like, what are we doing? Because let me tell you something. Y'all gonna get y'all tails whooped, okay? Y'all... That was the wrong thing to do. And don't let them get no third person for it to be a 3-on-3 match. If they could find one. Because then you're going to be in trouble for real. Okay? Shoot. Like, why would you do that? I wouldn't even do that. It's certain people You couldn't pay me to try. Okay? Me and my son was talking about this last time. We was like between Bron Spears, okay, Bronson Tsunamis, and then Sheamus's beats to the chest, Gunther slaps, Jacob Samoan drops, okay, and then I think we had some other stuff in like Braun Strowman's train and the spike to the throat and stuff like that, or anything hell do. But like them significant like moves I said then, there's no way in hell I'm about to piss somebody off. That in one, not at all. Like y'all be trying y'all lives every week. Every week y'all gonna be fighting for your life, okay? Cause yeah, no, wouldn't be me. Okay, I'm just trying to tell you. But anyways, and I'm still doing this video late because I think it's 11 o'clock. And I've been done watching Raw since 7. Because I came home at 5:30 and got settled. I got settled in watching like 5:15, 5:30. I think it's 11 o'clock. But it sure is 11:04. I hope y'all have a great night. If you watching March Madness like me, don't be like me and stress out. Okay? You know your bracket's gonna be messed up. I'm not even worried about the rest of the brackets. I'm just worried about certain teams and they be state. But don't be like me, y'all. Try to stay mellow and calm and stuff because sports will have you stressed out. You hear me? That's why I couldn't watch half of the NFL season last season. Low key, some of these matches be stressing me out too. But y'all have a good night, okay? Like I said, if all you can do, if you're not in a good state of mind right now, if all you can do is get up and get and lay in, God bless you to wake up, and all you can do is make it so that you can eat to keep yourself together, or make it downstairs or wherever it is, your living room or whatever, and lay on the couch and watch TV. Congratulate yourself for getting out of bed. Congratulate yourself for doing the small things, okay? Because there's a lot of people that wish they had the opportunity that either didn't wake up or took their life or something like that. Like, you're strong enough to stay here. You are here for a reason. Don't let your mind trick you and think you're not, okay? You are as strong as what your mind thinks you are. Say it out loud. Even if you say it in your head, oh, I'm smart, I'm pretty, I'm whatever. Say it out loud. Even if you don't believe it. Because words, you're putting it out there and then you start to believe it. Okay? I know I've had to do it. So I'm just saying, be proud of the steps that you take, whether they're tiny ones, you do one toe at a time, or if they're major steps. Just be proud of steps, because even the tiny steps, you look back, you're still not going to be where you thought you was. Even if it's only 5 paces forward, you still move forward. So just do that. Love you all. Bye.